Hey, Bert Middleton with you again, powderskiingcolorado.com, and this time I'm bringing you Steamboat Springs, Colorado, which is a huge, massive area, and I've skied this quite a bit, but you know, they brag about champagne powder, and it's just like my luck. I have never been to Steamboat when they've had just a big dump of snow. I've been there on a pretty good day, you know, like 8-10 inches or something like that, but not like 2 feet. And I've skied there a lot because my mom and dad used to live there for a long time. So I got to ski there for free. And, you know, I've skied all over this part of the mountain right here. But, you know, all of this right here, I am totally unfamiliar with. I don't even know how you get to that. But it's like this shoot 1, shoot 2, shoot 3. Man, that is exactly where I would be headed. And also to all of this wide open tree stuff. I mean, if you, you know, where you start out, the good thing about it is they have pretty good parking down here. So it's not too hard to get parked and then get on the gondola. And I think they call it the Silver Bullet something or another. Anyway, you get on the gondola here and it blasts you right up to here, and then it kind of drops down this side over here, and you know, you ski down to here. The place that I remember the most was all of this Priest Creek area. You know, the Sundown Express and the Priest Creek. It seemed like the Priest Creek was the better lift to take. I don't know why, but you know, there's a bunch of blacks in here, a lot of trees, a lot of aspen trees, man. You can really get in there, and you know, they're like perfectly spaced, and if you hit it on a good day, you can like ski through aspen trees like you can't believe. It's a very cool experience. You know, you've got all of your blues and a lot of really easy terrain out over this way. It gets a little bit confusing because as you drop over, then you kind of have these other converging lifts, you know, kind of hitting other aspects of the mountain. And then if you get over here to the Storm Peak Express, and I think this is called Barbecue, but you know, all of this is really excellent terrain to get on. And you know, I'm sure I've been on this Pony Express chair, but I don't really remember it that much. It's been a couple years since I skied over there at Steamboat, and now that I'm looking at all of this, I feel like, damn, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that I didn't even know about that I need to go get back there to go do. But the most important part that it looks like to me is to go get back there and get this shoot 1, shoot 2, and shoot 3. When you get up to the top right here, it kind of rolls over. You know, you see these things right here like Cowboy Coffee. Here's this Morningside Park map. Well, I'm going to show you another bigger map of that. Where'd it go? There it is, right there. So, what happens if we do that? You kind of drop in. See, here's like the Priest Creek chair and the Sunshine chair, and then you drop in and you get this Morningside lift. You know, it doesn't look like it's a real big and hardcore area, but you know, it looks like there's some steep shots in there, but it's kind of like rolling over one side of the mountain. So that's more for you to check out when you get over there to Steamboat Springs. The town is really cool. You know, it was the late 80s, early 90s that I used to go there a lot, and since then, man, this place has grown. You know, they are on their way to becoming another Vail and an Aspen, which is kind of sad news. But big place, lots of terrain, wide open, and the coolest thing about it is all those aspen trees. So if you've been there and you know all about it, leave a comment on the video or leave a comment on the blog and tell us what it was like when you were there, and just give us some ideas about where we should go and what we should do when we get there. So thanks.